Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my Hollow Knight series, where I try and beat the game, do a solid job at it, and there's some commentary from my cousin. However, there's an issue with this one, and it's that I forgot to turn my mic on in OBS. So you can hear my cousin's voice, but not mine. Obviously, I can't do the same thing I did last time, so I'm gonna have to narrate basically the entire thing, so have fun with that, we're just gonna see how it goes. Last time I finished up Green Path, so this time around I'm just gonna be kind of exploring the area, seeing what I can find. And by that I mean seeing how many ways I could burn an acid, because I was really good at that.
This is gonna be a long video.
It was really bad. Honestly, the acid so far has been more difficult to deal with than any of the bosses. Eventually, though, I was able to get healed at a bench, and it was time to keep moving forward in my journey. I also made sure to kill a few fool leaders along the way, since they stole my money last time. Somehow they still continue to sneak up on me as well. I think I'm the target audience for these guys. To be completely honest, I didn't really have a plan. I was just kinda running in random directions and hoping I'd find something.
I'm sure you'll figure out some point.
I ended up going back to the spot where I died last time to see if I could actually get through it this time.
Dude, you can't see anything.
I gave it my best shot, but it was pretty clear that I wasn't ready for this yet, so I headed out pretty quick. Not too long after, I was failing to kill a Golka when I ran into something interesting.
You should run. Don't hit it. Do not attack it.
Unfortunately, I did have to listen because I only had 1 health. I tried to get soul from a Golka so I could repair my health, but I screwed it up and I died to it. Good news is, since my shade was so close to the bench, I was easily able to get back to full health from it. See, I didn't screw up, it was all planned, I'm a genius. With that, it was time to take on the massive Moss Charger, and honestly, it didn't go too badly. Sure, I sucked at dealing with the jumping attack, and sure, I was at 2 HP for like the entire fight, but I did pretty solid, and the fight ended once I got some really good advice.
You should hit him face on when he charges at you.
I followed that piece of advice, and just after a few swings, I was able to finish off the boss and win the fight, and a ton of money. I was feeling pretty good after that, and decided to try and kill some mask flies.
You missed. You missed all of them.
Which I obviously did first try, do not let anyone tell you any different.
You know, when they show off stuff like that, that usually means you can't get it that very second.
I feel like if I listened to advice like that, I would get a lot further in this game. Anyways, I died. On the way back to my shade, I was able to rescue a grub, and afterwards I got that chest that I was looking at earlier. My geo was now on the 4 digits, and I started thinking about some of the things I could buy. I wanted to get the simple key, but the lantern also would probably be pretty useful. Unfortunately, while I was thinking about this, I died again. We're not even 5 minutes into the video. This is going great. Eventually, I healed back up, and after some travel, I was able to reach the next area, the Fog Canyon.
Just so you know, I don't think you should hit everything. Just a fair one.
And in today's episode of why you should listen to the person who was 112% of the game before, I then ran into this wall of dark matter looking stuff that I was unable to break despite my best efforts.
That's the spirit that'll get you nowhere.
I'm not even gonna pretend like I know what happened there. The Umas were kind of a big issue, but upon looking at the journal, I realized that I only needed to kill 5 more for the Hunter entry.
No, 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 no.
I decided I'd get back to it. As I was cutting through the Queen's Station, I ran into a shiny object locked behind a gate. I tried to reach it by going around the gate and ran into the fungal wastes for the first time, but I ended up heading back. I did end up finding the way up to it, but I didn't have the tools needed to actually reach it, so I'm gonna have to come back later. I healed up at the Stag Station, talked to Willow some, and then went to the fungal wastes. Pretty soon, I ran into Cornifer. Since I turned my mic off, there isn't a lot of voicing of the characters in this video, so enjoy this bit.
What short friend, you got me at the perfect time. I'm just about to finish charting these noxious cabins. Very territorial types. Make their home within this area. I suggest avoiding them where possible. Further below, some strange, thin creatures gave me quite a scare. They seemed an intelligent bunch. In my youth, I've braved these caves, but I fear my matured physique wouldn't be able to outrun them were they to turn violent. But you're still gonna buy a map from them.
Choco, correct this.
There's a potent odor about these caverns, and far worse for me, I suspect. My trunk is quite sensitive, whereas you don't seem to possess a scent organ of any kind. Is it that you cannot smell at all?
I ended up going back to a fog canyon, and I was able to kill enough Umas to get the hunter entry. Then I ran into Millabel the banker, and considering my history to make plenty of stupid mistakes, it was probably a great idea to put all my geo into this count. Though it did mean that by buying all this, I couldn't afford the simple key anymore. Pretty soon after that, I ran into some sporks, and these guys suck. They make huge explosions that do a ton of damage, and they tend to kill me. I was pretty glad I had kept my money safe. I was rewarded for killing these guys with a hollow nest seal. No idea what that does yet, but I'm sure it'll be useful later. I traveled for a while before running into a door that could only be opened from the other side, and upon looking at the map, it would be a long road to reach that other side. I still wanted to do it, so now I had a path ahead of me. I also saw something that was locked behind a gate with a lever on the other side, and I saw that some ground by it looked a little different, so I tried to lure the explosion from a sporg towards it.
It's not gonna reach.
Didn't work. We're moving on. I also ran into some Shroomal warriors. I like these guys a lot.
Nothing's happening.
I ran into some Shroomal ogres while I was traveling, but they're really easy to deal with, and for beating them I got a charm knot. After that point, I kinda just started going around killing a lot of innocent mushrooms. You may think this is because I just like the genocide, but if you've seen my channel, you know I generally prefer the pacifism. No, I'm doing this because I want to fill out the journal. And who knows, maybe if I fill out the journal, then me and the hunter can be bros or something. You gotta understand, I'm on my own in this trip. I only talk to, like, shopkeepers who are professional and all that. When I fill out this journal, we'll be great pals. We'll spend hours talking about which guy is the funnest to kill or something. It's gonna be great, trust me. Anyway, while I was traveling, I fell on acid 5 times, and so I was really weak and far from a bench, so I went to the nearest room to see if I could find anything to heal me. This guy scares me. I mean, that's pretty, I think, a rational response to have to somebody named Leg Eater. Then he asked me to pay to see something nice. Kids, if anyone ever talks to you like this, just run. That said, saying yes did let me see some pretty cool charms. I especially want the Geo one, though I wasn't able to afford any of them at the moment. Not too much interesting happened after that. I just kept traveling along the path. I did run into Hornet along the way, but she was running away like a little coward, and I was unable to reach her despite my best efforts. I was able to get this grub after making my way through this bouncy castle, which was nice. There was one interesting area I ran into where there was a very tall ledge that I couldn't reach, but I did try to lead the explosions from a sporg to it to see if I could damage boost off of it. This just led to me blowing up a bunch though, so I ended up giving up on it. Unfortunately, right after this, I ran into my first Mantis warrior, and while trying to keep my distance from it, I fell into acid and died. Even worse, while I was on my way back to my shade, a spore got a few unlucky explosions off on me, and I wasn't able to heal enough after that, so a fungified husk got another kill on me. I lost 400 Geo because of that, but it could have been worse. At the very least, I put most of my money into the bank. Sporgs just suck. They've damaged me a ton, killed me twice, and even as I was continuing to try and get back to my shade, they still kept hitting me.
Okay, I recommend you don't be on 1 HP. See the next area coming up. The basic enemies have multiple attack patterns. Multiple fast attacking patterns. You're dead.
As he suggested, I did end up running into a ton of Mantis youths and warriors along the way, and they weren't terrible, but there were enough of them that they continued to do high damage, and I kept having to heal after every attack. I just kept going through, killing those guys, and eventually the only real noteworthy thing that happened is I had to let the dog in, so hopefully I didn't miss anything.
You can tell by the way I use my work around the corner every time I talk. Man, the Hollow Knight. You got some good vocal cords on you. How do you talk? Do you use your eyes? Are your eyes tiny mouths? Hey, it's just you and me here. He's not holding you hostage anymore. You can talk to me, pal. Come on. Blink twice if you need help.
I continued my journey, killing some of these Mantis guys until I was able to reach a bench. Just to the left of the bench was a character that seemed to be blocked off.
I'm going to tell you now. You can't reach that person. Don't even try. You also can't go through that way.
It was far from a useless trip though, because I was able to get the charm Dash Master, which is perfect for me because I love dashing all over the place. There was a room just to the left of that with 2 fungal warriors that almost killed me, even after I healed back to full. But it didn't kill me, and so I was able to go to a bench right after. I also equipped the Dash Master while I was at the bench, and let me tell you, I was having an amazing time with this thing. I pretty quickly made my way into the Mantis village, and the Mantises here were a bit of an issue, but I'd started to master the strategy of keeping the Mantis youths at a distance while jumping on the Mantis warriors in such a way they wouldn't hit back. Pretty early on through the Mantis village, though, I got an insanely good reward.
I think you'll be very happy with.
You can't hear it in the video, obviously, but I was happy as a clam. This is just the best thing ever. All those areas I couldn't access, all those areas where I had to jump off enemies in stupid ways to reach them, that's never going to happen again. I can reach anything now. I just bounced around the area with the Mantis Claw for a bit, having the time of my life. Eventually, I reached a door that when I tried to open it, took a very long time to open, and there was a suspicious amount of rumbling. Sure enough, there was now a big ol' hole in the ground that I could explore. I wasn't really familiar with the Mantis Claw yet, so a ton of platforming next to spikes was kind of always going to end in disaster.
You need to practice before you do something crazy like this and kill yourself.
Since I spawned at a bench, I decided it would be good to see if I could find any new shortcuts or secrets with this Mantis Claw. I started by going to the secret area with the fungal warriors to see if I could scale the walls there, and it took a little bit of work, but I was able to make some progress. There was also a Sporg up there, and it was the last Sporg I needed to kill before getting the Hunter entry, so I guess I won't have to think about those guys as much. It took a few tries and some shameful jumps straight into spikes, but I did get through it and I was able to meet that NPC that I ran into earlier. After some light conversation, it was back to work to get back to the Mantis village. I also met up with Quirrell, who brought something about me needing a stronger nail and maybe being able to find a nailsmith. That's probably going to be important later. Anyways, I died. So there goes another 400 Geo, but oh well. I made sure to go straight to my shade after that. Hopefully I learned from these mistakes. I kept exploring through that hole in the ground, and my path was pretty frequently blocked.
You just got locked out by a bug. You gonna take that, bro? You gonna take that?
I just kept exploring and killing any Mantis that got in my way. I even got the Hunter entry for the Mantis Youth. Kept going around and flicking all the levers, and I basically explored the entire area. There was only one way to go.
All I'm going to say, this is arguably the best boss fight in the game.
He was right. This fight is really, really fun. Love how fast-paced it is, and also the music is a bop. Unfortunately, going in with such little health and experience meant I died pretty early on, but I was sure to come back right after. That said, I took so much damage on the way back that I just decided to die again after I got my shade. I really needed full health for this fight. This was a great, great fight, so I'm just gonna let it play without much editing.
You've done. Yeah, don't get greedy with the hits. Be patient. You can hit him when he's on the wall. You could usually get 2 shots. You can do a down attack. That was smooth. You gotta remember to dash though. You gotta use everything to your advantage. Dude, this boss, the music is so good. You should. Come on, dude. I'm cheering you on. Man, what happened? Nikki. Far away. Have fun. You can hide it. You can hide in the middle there when they do that. Dude. Yes, you can. You just screwed it. Alright. No. Dude, your reaction time is the slowest. Now doing a down attack when they both charge at you, that's the gold. That's the gold. Once again, your reaction time is subpar. Okay. Speaking of that, come on, man, you got this. Dude. Okay, do a down attack when you're jumping, like not afterwards. You got that. Dude, you're reaching the end game. Dude, that was so cool. Congrats.
And just like that, the fight was over. I somehow managed to win. I started out by going straight to the left, but I was warned to not do that.
Do not go in there. That is the worst area in the game. Worse than the Fog King.
The mantises weren't attacking me anymore either, which was nice, though I still had to kill 3 more mantis warriors in order to get the hunter entry. More importantly, this mantis was now kind enough to let me pass through this door, unlike earlier. So I killed him, and got the hunter entry. There was also a ton of rewards in here. A mark of pride, a hollowness seal, and best of all, a crap ton of money. I decided that that would be a good place to call off the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit of a mess because of the muted mic, and it was very different from the first part. In the future, it's probably going to be a lot more similar to the first part, just because it takes a bit less effort and is, I think, a bit more fun. Also, I had to record this with my computer mic, which was a lot worse than my phone mic. I'm hoping that maybe I'll get something better in the future, but we'll just have to see. Otherwise, video production is going to slow down during the summer. I'll make a community post talking more about that, but just expect that, I guess. That's it from me. Hope you liked it. See ya.